Soft-Spoken Tarot reading today. Today I am going to do a tarot reading called the Straight Shooter reading. Now, I found this spread on a site called tarotteachings.com, and it's a 4-card reading that is intended to provide clarity, which is kind of why it's actually called the Straight Shooter. So, if you're ready to take on the truth for you, if you're ready to hear it straight, let's go ahead and focus on shuffling the deck. And as I'm shuffling this deck, I want to have you be thinking about what it is that you want to have clarity on. And as we're doing that, I'm going to tell you about the different positions. The first position is called You, and that is a position that will obviously hold the card that represents you. It's your energy at the time of this reading. The second space is going to be the Unknown, and the Unknown represents people, places, or events in your life that you're either not aware of right now or you're not willing to face. The third position is the Known, and that's going to represent the details that you're aware of. Now, this position also is a clue as to what you can reasonably deal with right now. And the fourth and final card is the Action card, and that's going to be the card of encouragement. And it's going to tell us how to take that action and what we should be seeking. So, after you've thoughtfully considered both the known and the unknown actions in this reading, okay? So the spread will clarify your motivations and offer alternative motives if you wish to have those be discovered. Okay, so here are the 4 cards. Okay, great. So this card in this first position right here is the position of You. So this will be the card that represents your energy at the time of this reading. And it looks like you got the Princess of Wands. So let's take a look at this beautiful, beautiful card. So the Princess of Wands represents dynamic passion. And when I say dynamic passion, I mean passion for life in general. It comes up relating to an inner energy that will indicate that you are either overcoming old fears, breaking out of old patterns and paradigms, and ultimately setting yourself free. In your energy, there should be a confidence. There should be some decisive action, like an assertive leap forward into what we truly call the heart of your life. It will often come up and indicate that you have broken through some habitual limitations and possibly some habitual restrictions that have occurred. Thereby, it frees you and your power to be used constructively. So, if maybe you're feeling a little more spiritual, this could also indicate a spiritual breakthrough, which will always include the courage to face your fears and see things for what they truly, truly are. So, one strange fact about unacknowledged fears is that they can take your darkest, most horrifying shape, which your subconscious can imbue them with, and it can drag it out of the dark and into the light, and suddenly you realize that you weren't really scared because this thing is kind of stupid, right? You might come to the realization that this thing could never happen, or obviously it won't be as bad as you thought it would be when probably got a way to deal with it anyway, right? So the Princess of Wands is a very, very strong card. So this is, again, representing the energy you have now, which is really great. You could be in a position of being strong, forceful, maybe someone who is determined and unwavering, right? So perhaps you are feeling very experienced and intelligent, so this is really, really a card for you. So I'm going to put this back into the U, position number 1 here, and I'm going to ask, what do you see about your own energy at the time of this reading? Do you occur for yourself as someone who is dynamic and passionate? You know, if you're by yourself, feel free to answer out loud. It's just me and you here, which is what I really, really love about doing these readings for you. Is it's really just me and you. So feel free to be yourself. Okay, I mean that. I really do. Okay, so position number 2 is the unknown. Now this is going to represent the people, places, or events in your life that you're either not aware of right now or are unwilling to face. And so for that card, you got the Star. The Star is a very uniquely Crowley take on this card, as well as you can see by this wonderful illustration here. So this card typically indicates that dreams and aspirations will indeed come true, and there's a sense of well-being and confidence. The world truly is your oyster, and you notice that the Star up here, he's pointed to success in your social life, meaning that new people, new discoveries, and new ideas are literally just around the corner. So because this card is so powerful, I have the Book of Thoth mnemonic memorized, and I'm going to share it with you. That mnemonic is: pour water on thyself, thus thou shalt be the fountain of the universe. Find thou thyself in every star, and achieve through every possibility. So this is a very, very strong card, considering this is in the unknown position. Now, considering that this is the unknown part of the reading, it is likely a good indicator that maybe you aren't following your dreams. Maybe you haven't realized your dreams yet, or really found much of your true passion. Maybe waiting for wisdom at this point is prudent, and also being able to accept that it could come from varying or different sources. So keep that in mind here with the Star. I mean, so far you've chosen some really amazing cards. Okay, now we're going to move on to the known. This is the position of the known. So we've done you, the unknown, and here is what we know. And what we know today is the 5 of Cups. Now, none of us ever feel good about getting the 5 of Cups in any capacity, because if you look down here, you see the word disappointment is listed here. And this will come up. I mean, you know, again, these cards aren't here to tell you what you want to hear. This is to tell you what is to be known. I mean, this is the occult. This is making hidden wisdom become known, right? So in this position, it could mean that maybe you're feeling down or sad about something, or maybe you're giving yourself a hard time, or maybe even hurting others unnecessarily. But there's one important thing to consider when you get disappointment. We feel that way because an expectation we had has not been met, whether by ourselves or maybe somebody else. So if you get this card, it's worth taking a look at your expectations. So for the known parts of what you have in your life, are your expectations being unrealistic? Are they geared towards the abilities and characteristics maybe of the person that you hold of them? Or expecting too much? I mean, this could be an attitude that we tend to have towards people who are vicious to us in our lives. Are you experiencing something more than you have a right to? Are you maybe experiencing things that the person in question, you or somebody else, is simply not able to provide? If any of those answers to those questions I just asked was yes, then you need to change your expectation and you'll stop being disappointed, right? So in the context of this reading, I'd like you to ask yourself, where have you been feeling down recently? Have you been in the doldrums yourself? Ask yourself what this disappointment means in the known position. Okay, so the U is the Princess of Wands. The known is the star. Or I'm sorry, the unknown is the star. The known is the disappointment. Now we're moving on to action. So this is the actual card that you need to do. Okay, so this is the Knight of Discs. The Knight of Discs is your action card. So, with the Knight of Discs, we see a man who is completely committed to practical matters in life. This could be things like work, career, home, and family, and anything that is under his influence. And by the way, that is completely gender neutral, so let's say under their influence as well. So this could be a man or it could be a woman. It just happens to be a knight in this particular case. So this person is very diligent, they're hardworking, and they pay a great attention to detail. If this is not you, maybe the card is saying that you do need to pay more attention to detail. Because when it comes to the Knight of Discs, his progress in life is very steady. It's the sure development of ongoing projects, which we have been through a great industriousness and perseverance to go ahead and complete. Not for him, it's really not for him to be involved in risky schemes or extravagant business deals, but to move with some caution and maybe some circumspection to consider each step moving forward before taking a new one. Some might consider this card pretty boring and dull, and others would call it prudent and reliable. But either way, how you read it, your action is the Knight of Discs. Now, sometimes it comes up as a quiet man who has approached life with measurement and is calm. Sometimes these disc males have a capacity for deep and boundless passion, but they don't shout too loudly about it. Whilst life with him may not be a roller coaster ride, you will surely know what to expect and what you can count on. So for the purpose of this particular reading today, as this is the action card, and it's actually a pretty good one, just like the Knight of Discs, you need to be steadfast. Whatever it is that you're thinking about, you need to hold your ground. Maybe, based on the star, you should be meditating more and concentrating on finding your passion. But I'm going to ask you again, what comes up for you? Remember that these are a safe space. You can tell me anything, and I am absolutely here for you. So please keep that in mind. Now, if you feel comfortable enough sharing, go ahead and leave a comment below and let me know what came up for you in this 4-step tarot reading today. So I really hope that you got value from this, and I would like to thank you for watching. Remember to take care of yourself and those you love.